So, zodiac signs. I didn't do anything with my hair, just got out of the shower and left. So, this is about to get crazy by the end of this video. I haven't filmed nothing with it, so it's about to get wild. Alright, but do the zodiac signs. Aries to Pisces. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Take these shoes up. Oh gosh. Let me get my incense burning. Clean the energy, and then I'll get started with the readings. This is Palo Santo. I love this to clear the energy. I like this way more than sage. Sage is really, really smoky, but I don't like the smell of sage. I like this. This is natural. It's got a very woodsy, obviously it's wood, right? But it's, I don't know, it's very earthy to smell, but it cleans the energy. Clears the energy. It smells so good. You know what this smell reminds me of? When I went to Scotland and I got on a ferry and went across the Loch Ness in search for the Loch Ness Monster. But anyway, in the water down the loch, it's called the loch, in the water, in the boat ride, on each side of the water they have mountains, and there's peat moss on the mountains, and the peat moss slides down the mountains and into the water. And so the water on the loch is really, really dark, like oil black. And it's from all the peat moss. So when you get on the boat and you go through the loch, the engine or whatever it is that's burning, that makes the boat go, I don't know what it is. But anyway, there's smoke that comes out the back of the boat. And and it smells like this. It smells like this. It's very earthy, but it's because all the peat moss is being burned in the water from the boat, and so the smoke comes up the back of the boat, and it smells so earthy. It's real pretty. It smells like this. This is what it reminds me of. But it's also why the water on the loch is black. It's from all the peat moss. Never got to see the Loch Ness though. Never got to see the Loch Ness Monster. And I didn't know until I got there that a loch is really considered like a body of water, like a river. So they have a bunch of lochs. Where the Loch Ness Monster is, that loch is actually called the Ness. So they call it Loch Ness. But there's other lochs there. They're just canals, like rivers. I learned that. That was cool. Alright. So, let's get started. Aries to Pisces. I'm going to go in order and do Aries first. I think it's just easier that way. Alright. And keep my incense out. Just burn through that kind of quick. Where's my cards? Oh, sorry. I'm trying to get my life together. I'm looking for my other tarot deck. I thought it was in there, but it's not. Where did it go? Hold on. Sorry. I'm going to pause this for a second. Paused it, but I don't know Sorry, I had to find my deck. It fell on the other side of the seat. But anyway, let's get into it. A very messy drink. It's really messy. Hold on. Alright, Aries, Aries, Aries. What's going on with you? Take me a second to tune in. I heard waiting game, or the waiting game is over, or something like that. So I heard the waiting game. What are you waiting on, Aries? I'm also hearing a time for change. I'm also hearing what was once lost is now found. This could be a sense of yourself. Remembering parts of yourself. I'm also hearing hidden strengths. So if you're an Aries that has been kind of like, I don't know if you've been beating up on yourself or, you know, sometimes when you get locked in a situation, you start to lose yourself in that, you know. It's possible to get lost in a situation when you're entangled with other people. You can tend to lose aspects of yourself or forget about aspects of yourself. And I want to say that when you start remembering these parts of yourself, it's because you went through something traumatic or something heavy, something that made you sit down and look at yourself. And I think it's possible that something may have happened where you had to sit down and look at parts of yourself, but it's sparking like remembering certain aspects of yourself, like sort of like, oh, I remember I used to be like that, but I'm not like that anymore, or I used to think like that, or I used to do this, and you know. And I think there's like certain parts of yourself that you're starting to remember that have been, I'm hearing long lost. They've been gone for a while, but you're starting to gain those certain things back. Hold on. I think separating yourself from certain people is what's causing this to happen. It's almost like you're being like you've got more time to yourself, more time to think, or giving yourself that. For some of you, it's really uncomfortable. For some of you, but I also feel like there's like an appreciation with it too. Like you might be appreciating this. Yeah, you might be appreciating this. Because you're like tapping back into certain parts of yourself that you thought were gone forever, but they're not. And for the older Aries, I'm hearing like maybe you're feeling more youthful. That's good. So you might be feeling more youthful for like the older Aries. I need to look up the word subterfuge. I don't know what that means, but I'm hearing it. So that's not going to help you. But I'm hearing it. Subterfuge. Look it up. I don't know what it means. Aries. Also heard cornucopia. Feeling abundant. Freedom. And understand, Aries, if these are not things that you're experiencing right now, it could, you know, possibly be something that's coming up. But I always tell everybody to check your rising and your moon sign too, because just because something's not making sense with your sun sign doesn't mean you know, you just might be resonating with your other signs. That's all that means. Because it really just depends on where the planets are sitting right now. Some months you'll resonate with your sun sign, other months you won't. Some months your moon sign will be stronger. Some months even Mars and Venus would be stronger in your birth chart than other months. It's, you know, I always encourage everybody to listen to the whole zodiac if you can, because you're part of the cycle of the wheel, and it's going to resonate with you on some level, even if the, you know, particular experiences don't, you're not going through. Even sometimes just advice that I give certain signs would be good for you. But let's see, Aries, what else is going on with you, Aries? I heard that you're sick of pig-headed people. Okay. Who ain't? Oh, Aries, that's funny. And also for some of you, Aries, you might be feeling like life is moving too fast, like you want to slow it down. And I find that particularly interesting for Aries, because Aries is a very spontaneous, fast-moving sign. They love the change. They like the excitement. They like things like that. So it's interesting that it's worrying you, or running to catch up, or feeling like there's not enough time. You might be feeling really highly energetic right now, Aries. Don't waste that energy. Don't waste that energy. If you're feeling like high energy, almost like you having a hard time grounded, now's a good time to dive into projects. Maybe something that you started and put on a shelf for a later date. Now would be a good time to dive back into that. Well, we're in a Mercury retrograde, so, you know, just be mindful of that. Recheck everything that you do. Because anything with like electronics or communication, you know, stuff like that, Mercury really interferes with. I'm surprised I'm not even tripping over my words or stuttering, because Mercury being retrograde really interferes with your speech too. Okay, Aries, I'm not really getting that much for you, but we'll see if I'll get anything additionally in the cards. Cards don't want to move right now. Only one card came out for you. Interesting. Oh, shit. Alright, I guess not much has to be said. So here's the conflict. Here's conflict. Right? And this is stupid conflict. Look, everybody's swinging their wand, but nobody's hitting anybody. It's just petty arguing, you know? But there's clarity in this, though. See, you've gotten clarity. You got clarity on something, Aries, and with the Sword of Truth, you got clarity on something, and now, you know, the 8 Cups that's walking away. Something that used to be emotionally fulfilling to you is no longer emotionally fulfilling to you. And so now there's this battle, this conflict, seeing the truth in a situation, ending it, and walking towards your 9 of Cups, you know, walking away with the 8 of Cups right into the 9 of Cups. That's your wish fulfillment. Yeah. Yep. But I think in doing this is where you're starting to remember certain aspects of yourself. Probably your inner strength. Because I feel like for some of you, this is something that you may have been needing to walk away from and you haven't. And now that you're finding the courage to do it, and you're tapping into certain parts of yourself that have been laying dormant for a while. That's good. Aries. Okay. Let's see. What else we got? Anything else? Aries, you're quiet. You really don't have much to say. Yeah, you should there. Gets better. It's at the bottom. It's at the bottom of this side. You're on the right path. All right, so yeah, you're making the right choice, Aries. Whatever's going on with you, you're making the right choice. But I feel like you're kind of laying low right now too, which is interesting. I'm gonna turn around because my cards are gonna fall on the floor. All right, so next is who comes after Aries? Taurus. Yeah, Taurus comes after Aries. All right, Taurus, what's going on with you? I'm gonna tap into Taurus. Give me a second. I'm not comfortable. Usually it doesn't take that long for me to get comfortable, but I'm not comfortable. Taurus. Yeah, damn Taurus. You look annoyed. You're like, this shit is whack. You look so annoyed, Taurus. You're like, this shit is so whack. Oh, that's whack. I'm hearing whiplash. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with somebody. It's just bullshit. You're tired of going back and forth with somebody. I can see you standing there rolling your eyes like, oh, like it's exhausting. Like, really? We're doing this again? You're not bored with it yet? You're over it. Whatever this is, you're over it. It's petty. It's petty. You're tired of it. Really. It's almost like you're looking at somebody like, you don't have anything else better to do? You're just going to come and fuck with me? You're just going to come pick on me? Go find somebody else. Get out of here. Just get the fuck out of here. Hold on. Yeah, Taurus, it seems like you're really fed up with somebody's... I'm hearing shenanigans. And I'm hearing shenanigans because it almost feels like it's on purpose. Like somebody is continually fucking with you, but it seems like it's on purpose. It's like somebody's trying. They're picking, pick. Like they're trying to see you come. Oh, they want to see you come undone. Whoever this is, they want to see you come undone. So if this is at work, you could be dealing with somebody that wants to see you come undone because they want to see you be reprimanded or something happen to you. Like they're going to get off on it. It's not going to go the way they think, though. Nope. Sure ain't. Hold on. You know, it almost feels like somebody decided that you were the one that they were going to mess with. No real reason, just you look like an easy target. They're about to find out the hard way that's not true. Oh, shit. Don't hurt him, Taurus. Don't hurt him. Goddamn. But I think you see it. You see it coming, and you're just sitting there waiting patiently and quietly, almost like somebody hiding in the bushes. Like, I see you, bitch. Like you like you're watching them. Yeah, they're like, I see you. You ain't fooling nobody. I see you. Move in silence, Taurus. Moving in silence. You see what somebody else is trying to do. You see how somebody else is trying to set you up. Because it feels like a setup to me. This feels like a setup. And you see exactly what the other... And because you see it, and because you're quiet and you're not saying anything, you've already been forming a plan. You already have this plan in the background. Like, it's all... I got this. I ain't pressed. And you're not pressed because whatever they're doing, it's not going to carry any weight. And if you have a boss that you're close with, I think you've already had the conversation with your boss, like, yeah, this is what we can expect. Watch what I tell you. So when it does happen, your boss is going to look at it like, no, you called it, and immediately have your back because you already gave him the heads up. Yeah, you're onto somebody's bullshit. You're onto it. Yep, ain't gonna fly. It's not gonna fly. All right. All right, Taurus. Let's see. But you're kind of, I see you laughing like you're really not that pressed about it. It's just annoying. It's just annoying to you. You're not really pressed about it, but I see you laughing like, okay. Just let them keep it up. Joke's on them. Ha ha ha. All right, Taurus. Joke's on them. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to it for a second. Taurus. Oh, my cards don't want to talk. Why? Taurus. Okay. God damn it. Hold on. Oh, I thought that's what that was. Okay. I like this, Taurus. Hold on a second. Damn, I'm losing my... Fuck off. I'm losing my cards. Taurus. You see clearly. Ace of Swords at the bottom. Sword of Truth. You see the clearly. You see it clearly. What was this? Yeah, the High Priest. Yeah, you definitely see this bullshit. Alright, so these are choices. You got the Seven of Cups. These are choices. You know, you gotta choose wisely to the choices that are in front of you because, you know, like, you don't know what's in these cups. So you gotta choose wisely. So, and I think that's what you're doing. It's like you're sitting in the background and you're waiting and you're watching. And you're watching to see what this motherfucking does. You're waiting to see what they do. And you're stable. Look, there's the King of Pentacles. That's Taurus. And the most stable energy Taurus can be sitting in. They're just sitting there like, just chill. Nothing is phasing them. And, you know, you got the Sword of Truth at the bottom of the deck, right? So you've got clarity. Not only do you have clarity, you got a strong intuition with the High Priestess. There's a strong intuition. And you're like, I see you. I see you. Hold on, I'm looking at this card, and the picture on the card's making me laugh, just the way it looks. Like, see the this little devil like being run over by the wheel, and it's like you're sitting up here with the Sword of Truth, like running them over. But it's gonna start a new cycle for you. So once this I don't feel like, well, what I feel like, oh, right under that, the Five of Wands. What I feel like is happening is like, once you, once the truth comes out about this, it's like everything that that person said or was trying to do or whatever is just going to be rolled right over. That person, if this is involving work, they might actually lose their job over this. I don't wish that on anybody, but they might. I mean, who's to blame? I mean, whose fault's that, really? But they might. They might. Hostile work environment. They might. Should have never put anybody in a position where they can't be comfortable at their own job. What the hell? Alright, Taurus. What's the advice? Or clarity, whatever. Nothing came out. Ignore the bullshit. What's at the bottom of this one? I'm out of here. I knew it. Somebody might actually get fired. Yeah, somebody might. Well, don't be an asshole your whole life. I gotta change that. These cones burn really fast. Hold on. Oh, no, 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 bitch. I almost freaking shut my arm in the goddamn window. My window decided to close on its own. Alright, where's my lighter? There it is. So, next is Gemini. Gemini. The twins. Ooh, Gemini, tapping into your energy. I just started getting serious anxiety. What's going on with you? Oh, I don't like this. Ugh, fuck. I don't like that. I already deal with anxiety, so when I'm not feeling anxious about anything, I like it. So when I'm starting to tune into a sign and I'm feeling anxiety, I don't like that. I'm trying not to feel like that. God damn. Alright, Gemini, what's going on? Oh, your energy at Gemini, I don't like it at all. The anxiety's intense. God damn. Can't even sit still. Fuck, Gemini. Seriously? Relax. Hold on. Gemini. Gemini, you look like you're freaking out. Why? You look almost unconsolable. Like you're crying and like unconsolably. What's going on, Gemini? I think you're being hit with every damn... Nope, I haven't done Virgo yet, baby. I think you're being hit with every damn emotion and... out of nowhere. What is this? You feel mostly pissed off. And it's like this anger is bringing you to tears. That's how mad you are. God damn, what are you mad about? What are you mad about? It's not funny. I'm sorry. It's not funny. What are you mad about, Gemini? I almost can't even understand you. You know when somebody's really upset and they do a lot of talking and it's really fast and you're trying to like, whoa, slow down, I don't understand what you're saying. It's like, that's how it's coming in. So I can't even grasp it. Like, I can't. Hold on. Trust is a big thing right now, Gemini. Feels like trust. It feels like trust issues, but it feels like it's misplaced. It feels out of place. It feels like, okay, let's say, I'll use me in my circumstance as an example. It's the best example I can give. So let's say you're with somebody or entangled with somebody for like a really long time, years, right? But it's been dead in the water for like over a decade. Somebody's got to move on at some point. So one person decides to move on and end this cycle, and you don't. But because this person decides to move on, maybe they meet somebody else. And to end the cycle, now after this relationship or this dynamic's been dead in the water for over a decade, now all of a sudden you're like, oh, I can't trust you, look what you're doing. And you're like, where the fuck's this come from? We haven't been, you know, for like 10 years. What's the deal? So it feels misplaced. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you have emotions that are coming up, and acknowledge your emotions. You have every right to feel the way you feel, but I feel like it's misplaced. Like, you kind of have the right, but you kind of don't. Like, you really don't have the right. Like, what did you expect? What did you expect? Did you expect the cycle to stay and continue like that to all of eternity? It's kind of an unrealistic expectation, no? It's kind of, so it's misplaced. I think you're overreacting or seeing things in a way that you shouldn't. You shouldn't. And here's the reason. Because I feel like when things were good, you had zero trust issues. Zero. Because you weren't given anything to have trust issues about. But then when things are dead, why would you attach anything to like mistrust? It's been dead. It has nothing to do with trust at all. It has everything to do with the cycle is over, let it die out. And I think this is the problem. I feel like you're having a hard time dealing with a cycle dying out. I think you're having a hard time with a cycle coming to an end. But I feel like it has everything to do with you just not getting your way and it not going the way you wanted it to go. And this may not resonate for all Geminis, but it's definitely strong and it's here. It's unreasonable, Gemini. You're being unreasonable. You are. You might want to take another look at it. Because I feel like if the shoe was on the other foot, and I feel like if this was something that was happening with you first, you wouldn't have the problem. And you would feel like, what is your problem? Why don't you, what do you mean? Like you would have the same issue with the other person that you're having with them if the shoe was on the other foot. And so you're just creating conflict for no reason. It's just bullshit. It's really bullshit. It's been dead. What is your problem? That's what it feels like. It's been dead in the water. It's like seeing like a dead fish that's been decomposed, and now all that's floating at the top are the bones. Like, what are you mad about? It's just bones. There's nothing there. There's nothing. I mean, no communication, no interacting, no emotional exchange. There's nothing. So what are you upset about? And it's basically because you're not getting your way. You didn't do it first. It's kind of selfish. It's really selfish. Who gives a shit? It's gonna be dead and out of the water anyway. Who gives a shit? All right, Gemini. What'd I say? Now all of a sudden, this is like the love of your life. How could you do this to me? It's bullshit. Bullshit. It's bullshit. You are full of love. Come on, Gemini. Where the fuck you been? Single. Independent. Make it make sense. Fool's journey, starting off on a whole new journey. And I think that, you know, I feel like there's like a little bit of fear behind that too. I don't think you want to. I think you've been comfortable with the way things have been, but it doesn't make sense because you kind of haven't. It's like being in an uncomfortable comfort zone. Like there's nothing comfortable about where you're at, but you don't want it to change because it's what you know. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. It's like being a prisoner. Fuck that. Yeah, nah. Nah. Alright, Gemini. Stay put. Everything is fine. Yeah, relax. Get your panties in a bunch. Relax. Bottom. Know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Makes no sense to be upset over something that is dead in the water. How do you care for? Because you weren't the one who did it. It's kind of petty and it's immature. It's incredibly immature. It's incredibly immature. I wanted to leave you first. Fuck off. Stupid. Hold on. Alright. Alright. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. Cancer's next. Alright, Cancer. What you got going on? Should be a change in the energy. It's water versus air. So let's see. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. I'm hearing unusually happy. Okay. No particular reason. Okay, Cancers, you may not have a particular reason, or you might. Some of you might not have a particular reason or a reason to be in a great mood or feel happy. Some of you might not. But some of you do have a reason to be. Either way, you're in a good mood. That's good. For how long, though? Cancers are really sensitive. For how long, though? It could be temperamental. Let's see. Hang on, Cancer. I'm trying to tune in more to your energy. It's kind of quiet. Sorry about the noise. I need the AC. I need the AC. It gets hot in here. Cancer. Kind of can't wait for winter or the fall at least. God, it's so hot. The car's cooled off a little. It was 97 degrees in here. It's 88 now. I'm glad it's cooled off, but it's still hot. Alright, Cancer. Cancer, are you having a hard time concentrating? Kind of feels like you're having a hard time focusing in on one thing. I mean, you feel like you're in a good mood, but you might be distracted. It feels like it's difficult for you to concentrate on anything. Your thoughts, they seem a little scattered. It's interesting. So when I first opened up about Cancer, I was talking about how happy you guys felt. But just now, when I tried to connect even deeper, I heard grief-stricken. So is this happiness something that you're just portraying on the outside? What is this? Or are you grief-stricken? You know, Cancer, it kind of feels like you might have some changes coming up that are going to cause or create sadness, and I think you're aware of that. Like somebody could be moving away or going away or whatever, and I feel like the happy feeling that you're feeling right now might be trying to enjoy something or somebody before you don't see them or that thing or whatever for a long time. That's what it feels like. It's like you're trying to stay in good spirits because something is leaving. That's what it feels like. Like you're trying to stay in good spirits to enjoy this thing while it lasts because it's leaving. It's not going to stick around. So there's grief behind it. Like once this thing goes, it's going to be really sad. Hold on. Part of you expects hold on, it doesn't make sense either. Let me grab my other answer. What's going on with you? You're really quiet, Cancer. But I'm also hearing a sad day. It's going to be a sad day. Talk to me, Cancer. What are you talking about? You know, they're showing me like you looking at like old photographs too. It also feels like an anniversary is coming up that's uncomfortable. Like it could be the anniversary of somebody passing, something like that. Like trying to be happy and then remembering this. I don't know. Because I'm hearing grief-stricken, but I'm also seeing you happy. And I think there might be an anniversary coming up for some of you. Obviously not all of you, but for some reason this is sticking out. But I see you looking at old photographs. You know, for some of you, if you did lose somebody, if you did, I feel like some of you may not have processed it or went through the the grieving process. You know, some of you just could, you know, because sometimes like people will get so busy, like they're so busy in their life because they have really big things going on. Let's say you're in school and you got finals coming up and something tragic happens, but if you don't take these finals, then you fail the course, and then if you have to do it all over again, you got to pay for it all over again. So it's almost like compartmentalizing the problem, like locking it in a room and putting it away and then coming back to it at a later date and then dealing with the emotions. Kind of feels like that. Like you didn't have time to grieve before. So there may be something that could be triggering a grieving process, or an anniversary is coming up or something, I don't know. Or if you didn't process properly or grieve properly, that could be coming up for you. So you can finally do it though. And because I feel like whatever this grieving is, it's important and you need to process it. You do. It's sad. But I feel like you're trying to maintain a positive attitude and try to stay happy, even though you're going through that. You're trying to maintain a positive attitude. But it's going to pass. Because I see you going through this and then like giving yourself like a certain amount of time to grieve. And then pulling yourself away from it, like, okay, I've put enough time into that. I don't want to dwell there because then it's just going to put me in a funk. And then getting up, wiping your eyes, whatever, and then going about your business. That's what I feel like you're doing. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's actually healthy. But because you're still allowing it out. You're still getting it out. So that's healthy. But you're not going to dwell there. It's also healthy. Yeah, but it's like closure, you know, like getting closure finally. That's what it feels like. Finally getting closure. It's gonna bring, it's so you can feel peace. Yeah, all right. That might not resonate with all cancers or a lot of cancers, but for some reason it was important. That's why it came up. So, Cancer. Interesting. So, the Six of Wands is a victory after the battle, right? But this card always reminds me of the Death card. And I'm going to find the Death card in here so I can show you why. It does. It always reminds me of the Death card. Here's the Death card. I'll show you why. Alright, so they're both on a horse. Right? They both have the staff. He's got a wreath on his. He's got a flag, but in his flag, there's sort of like, well, there isn't a wreath, but still, you see what I'm saying? You know, they're both coming in. They're facing the same direction. They're both heading in the same direction. There's a lot of yellow in here. There's a lot of yellow in here. So it feels like, even though that this, like, death is like a dark energy, it's uncomfortable, it's also transformation. But the yellow always signifies, like, light at the end of the tunnel, or the positive side to something, you know, and that's really what the yellow represents in these cards. And I feel like it's gonna take a second. Hold on. know, see, at the bottom of the deck was the Ten of Pentacles. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to make sense of this. But at the bottom of the deck was the Ten of Pentacles, right? And so I'm saying, you know, you may have had something going on that was really important you had to complete. The Ten of Pentacles is about your stability. That's what that's about. The Six of Wands is a victory after a battle, after a conflict. And what this kind of feels like is like, what it's reminding me of is like, let's go back. Like, let's say you're one of those people who had a final, right? And you needed to focus on this final. There's a lot of shit going on in the background, the conflict, right? But you have to focus on this final. It almost feels like that. Like now that the final is completed, you passed that, whatever, right? There's that grounded energy, that stable energy, and then being able to release that emotion. Like, I don't know, it just feels like it feels like it's like appreciating that. Yeah, that's it. It's like appreciating what was there, even through it, even through the bullshit. Like appreciating the journey, the struggle, the battle. I'm also hearing remembrance. I just feel like whatever this period is that you're going through right now, there's light on the other side of it. Ooh. You know, for some of you Cancers, the other thing that I'm hearing is this might not have anything to do with that at all. And for some of you, it may be finally after coming out of a really tumultuous situation, feeling good about yourself, finally coming out and feeling like a sense of freedom, even liberation, and something that was really tumultuous before, you don't have to deal with that anymore. And so now with this liberation, it almost feels like a sigh of relief. And sometimes with a sigh of relief, there's a lot of emotion that comes out with that too. Like you can see somebody be so relieved and like they can't help it, like emotions come over them and they break down, like cry, like it's like somebody being imprisoned for so long and then finally being released and like, you know, coming out and like dropping to their knees because, you know, kissing the ground, you know what I mean? It kind of feels like that too. So when you think back of what it was that you would go through, yeah, I can see the emotions there, you know, and processing that, but also feeling good, feeling relieved because you don't have to deal with that anymore. It's also what it could be too. I don't know why it took so long to get that, but it did. But like I said, you guys were quiet. It was almost like you're trying not to reveal this for whatever reason. All right. Interesting. I'm out of here. Yeah. Leaving a situation, victory after the battle. Leaving something behind. No longer serves you. Yeah. Huh. This was the past, right? Tested positive for being negative. And fuckery. This is what you're leaving behind. But I'm going to pause this for a second. I learned a trick with my phone. I know how to pause this and come back to it. But I have to because I have to use the bathroom. So I can't hold it anymore. So you just wait. day. All the little yachts and shit. They're nice. Let me use the bathroom. Okay, I'm back. You like that? Oh man, look. Please don't do that, sir. Hey. Anyway. Alright, so that was Cancer, right? That I did? Yeah. Leo, Leo, Leo. Leo the Lion. Vincent. I hope it don't start getting busy over here. It's like nobody over here right now. Except for a little old man walking his dog. Stupid SAC. Oh shit. Alright. Leo. Leo, what's going on? Okay. Leo, I heard that song all about the Benjamins. Like, all you focus on is your money right now. Okay. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that, Leo. Leo. And I'm also hearing, I'm also hearing a lyric from Biggie Smalls. They're trying to stick me for my paper. Goddamn, Leo. Alright. Okay, so Leo, whatever's going on with you has everything to do with your finances, your money, whatever. I don't know if you have people around you that you can't trust. I'm hearing gold digger. Oh, shit. Ugh, gross. Yeah, I'm hearing gold digger. That's fucked up. I feel like you're protecting your money right now, as you should. You're worried about your money right now, Leo. You're not trusting people around you. I also heard it's where you lay your head at night. Oh, goddamn. Goddamn. So, Leo, pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to your surroundings. I feel like wherever you're laying your head, the people around you cannot be trusted. Nope. I'm also hearing change PIN numbers, all that. change them. Because I feel, goddamn Leo, I feel like you got people snooping in your shit. It's the most disrespectful shit in the world. I feel like you got people snooping in your shit. I hear sizing you up. Sizing up your pockets, sizing up your accounts, sizing everything up. I feel like you got somebody or people in your surroundings that are scanning and sizing you up. Oh man. Protect yourself, Leo. Some people, you know, there's some people out here that would much rather get what you have than actually work for it. Get it theirself. And I feel like you're aware of it, though. You're aware of it. You're aware of it. You're aware of it. Move in silence, Leo. Don't let everybody know what your moves are. Somebody's sizing you up. I feel like somebody's taking notes. Like if you say, oh, I work this many hours in a day, and I work this many days a week, and this is what my hourly rate is or something, and I feel like somebody's in the background like, okay, so, like doing the math, adding it up, like, okay, so by the end of the week, you should have about this much, and watch your surroundings. Don't give anybody any information. That's crazy. That's what I feel like is going on with you. I'm hearing like a blindfold is coming off. Like something you did not see before, you see now. There's something about somebody that you didn't notice before that you notice now, and you're like, what the fuck? Yeah. Damn. That sucks. But better safe than sorry. It's also what I'm hearing. Better safe than sorry. It's better that you know than not know at all. But there's somebody in your surroundings you cannot trust. You thought you could. You thought you could. Nope. Nope. But you know what? I think a part of you knew better, though. I think there's a part of you that knew better. There's a part of you that knew better. But what I think tripped you up and had you relax is whatever this person's game plan was, or their angle or whatever, it was subtle. So what it would be, like what you would be looking for to see if that's how somebody is or whatever, they didn't show that side. Not in the way that you thought, like the way that you were looking for it. They didn't show that. Instead, they did something different, so you didn't pay no attention to it because you didn't expect it. Alright, so let me see if I can explain this. So, alright, let's say you're always like hyper aware of your surroundings. Alright? And you know how people move. So, that's what you look for. So if somebody's moving differently, you don't notice it because you're like, well, if that's what they were trying to do, then they would move like this because this is what I see. Like, I would recognize it, you know? But I think you got finessed. I think you got finessed. Oh, shit. Leo, you got finessed. And you got finessed not because you weren't trying to be careful or have a lookout. It's because they got you at an angle you weren't expecting. One you didn't even think of. Damn. But I'm also hearing jokes on them. The joke's on them because whatever it is, and they may have gotten away with it a little bit, but the joke's on them because for some reason, you have the upper hand. So you're either going to end the process and not deal with that anymore and just walk the fuck away, or you know how to get that back, or something, like it's gonna count, like you're able to counter it, like whatever's happening, you're able to counter that attack, and they don't see that coming. God, what the fuck? It's like this game. And even if they do see it coming, there ain't shit that they can do about it, because they know they're dead ass wrong. They're wrong. For some of you, not all of you, but for some of you, this was so big that they could even get jail time. You may not pursue that, but that's how serious it was for some of you, not all of you. But I feel like that's all you needed. That's all you needed. You're like, oh, okay. Thank you for showing me that. I'm out. Like, you're out. I feel like you're out. You're out. Because you're like, yeah, fuck you. Like, oh, well. Oh, well. People are going to learn, right? But I feel like it's like you're giving somebody the middle finger. Excuse me. I think you're pissed off about it in a way, but then there's another part of you that's kind of relieved, because you're like, well, I'm glad I know. But then there's another part of you that's like, damn, I didn't even see that shit. You cannot believe you got finessed. Yeah, that's what it feels like. You can't believe you got finessed. Oh, there's always somebody smarter out there, you know? There's always somebody smarter, even if you don't want to admit it. There is. There's always somebody smarter than you. You got finessed. It's fucked up, though. I ain't gonna lie. That's fucked up. I mean, I feel bad that that happened, but it's kind of funny the way it's coming through, you know? I'm not laughing at the situation. I'm laughing at the way it came through. You're kind of shocked. You know, I think if it wasn't you that was involved and you saw this from the outside looking in, like you heard about this from somebody else, you would get a chuckle out of it too. Because you're like, damn, they finessed the fuck out of you. But it's because you're wearing the shoes, you're like, this shit's not funny. This shit's not funny at all. Yeah, fucked up, Leo. Yep, you just found out, wow, this card has come out for almost every single one of you so far. But now that you know the truth, ooh, there it is. Now that you know the truth, you're gone. Off on your own, independent. Single, see ya. Or just not dealing with a person. Doesn't have to be a relationship, but it feels like it. You're done. You'd rather be alone. You'd rather be alone. Yep, 9 of Wands. That's a burden. 9 of Wands. You're like, what? This is like the wounded warrior, you know? You're like, wow, you fucking got me. Somebody finesse. Oh, shit. Ooh, you could have been dealing with another fire sign. That's Aries energy right there. You could have been dealing with a fire sign. But anyway, yikes. 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 That, the 5 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. The 5 of Swords is like a selfish victory, you know? 10 of Swords is a very painful ending. There's no doubt that this hurt you. So I'm not trying to make fun of your situation. I'm not. I'm really just laughing at my guides. But that was painful, though. That was painful for you. It's not funny. What was funny is the way my guide said it. That was funny. Still is. Sorry. My guides have no filter. They don't. Alright, Leo. It's fucked up. Hey, Marcy. Leo, Leo, Leo. salty as shit. You're gonna recover fast from it, though. You're gonna recover. It's like a lesson learned, you know? Like, you're not gonna put yourself in that position again, not with them and not with anybody else moving forward. And you shouldn't. You should protect what you busted your ass for. Why wouldn't you? I don't care how much trust you have in somebody. You gotta protect your shit. Because people change. When you piss them off, they change. Not for you. Yep, not for you. And if you didn't know before, now you know. And if you don't know, now you know. It's crazy. Yeah, alright, Leo. That's what I'm getting for you. That's what I got for you, Leo. Alright, Virgo. Virgo's next. Biggity Virgo. Hang on. My energy is like kind of flighty. I need it to be grounded in order for me to make a solid connection. I need to be grounded. I don't feel that grounded. There's a lot of distractions. Virgo, you might be having a hard time concentrating. I am. Hold on. Georgie said, fuck you and your mom. Really? I'll be right back. I'm sorry. Just give me a second. Alright, so I'm back. Sorry. I need to take that like break. Alright, so Virgo. Virgo. I wonder if you guys can hear anything when I pause the video like that. There's a guy walking his dog, Georgie. I know the dog's name because Georgie kept trying to get to this pizza box that somebody left on the ground over here with some pizza in it. And Georgie was looking at his owner like, Fuck you and your mama. I want this pizza. Georgie did not get the pizza though. A little distracted. Sorry. I was entertained. It was a collie. Pretty dog. Alright. Now that name is stuck in my head because I could hear the guy, Georgie. Georgie. Alright. Virgo. God, I'm so distracted with you, Virgo. What's the deal? Virgo, what's going on? You know, it can get difficult after you do so many signs because, what are we on, the 6th sign now? I think Virgo is the 6th. I believe it is. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. Yes, the 6th sign. So, when you're jumping in and out of the signs like that, you know, from one sign to the next, everybody has their own energy. So I'm jumping from energy to energy to energy, and it tends to kind of like get clouded. So usually by the time I get to the middle, I don't burn out, but it starts to get jumbled together. So I have to regroup and ground it. So give me a second so I can try to start fresh with Virgo. Geez, Virgo, I heard multiple complications. So not just complications in one area. It's like multiple areas of your life where you're experiencing complications. I feel like you're taking them with stride, like, you know, like dealing with one thing at a time. But I feel like there's a lot there, though. There's like a lot on your plate. I think time management has become an issue. See, I can relate to this. I'm on the cusp of Virgo, so I have a lot of Virgo energy. And we're right in Virgo season, as a matter of fact. So, Virgo, I think time management has been an issue. Maybe prioritizing your schedule is also what I want to say. I feel like or needing to prioritize your schedule. That's what you need to do. I feel like you're being distracted. Like it's easy for people to pull you away from whatever it is you're working on. I'm hearing a welcome distraction. Like there's even times where you're working on something, but you're not fully in it. So somebody who comes in to distract you, it's almost like a good excuse to step away from whatever it is you're working on. It's not really productive, but it almost feels like you're having a hard time concentrating or staying focused. Didn't somebody ask me if I was on Virgo yet? Who was that? Ashley, are you? You still here, Ashley? So I'm doing Virgo now. I'm wondering if you're still here, if you can relate to that, or if that seems right. Well, that's what I'm picking up on. So, but anyway, Virgo. It almost, okay, does that make sense so far? It almost feels like a welcome distraction. like welcoming the distraction in a way, like having a hard time focusing or bringing your focus back to something. But it feels like time management is an issue, or something that should be focused on. I'm also hearing prioritizing projects. Yeah. It does make sense then. Okay. Yeah, because that's what it feels like. It feels like you're so distracted, but there's so much going on in your world that needs your attention. But I'm hearing welcome distractions. Like there's a part of you that you know you need to focus on something. You know it needs to get done. You got to prioritize things. Time management's becoming an issue because it feels like there's so many different things that need to be taken care of, and it's almost like pulling the cart before the horse, you know? And so when you get like a welcome distraction, it's sort of, it's not productive. This welcome distraction, it's not productive. But this feels like burnout. It feels like you're starting to burn out. Yeah, it feels like burnout. I'm also hearing spinning your wheels. You know, I feel like this energy is going to plateau. So I feel like this is going to go on for a little while longer, not much longer, but it's going to go on for a little while longer. It's going to plateau. You know, I really feel like making lists and checklists is going to be important for you, because I feel like normally you don't need stuff like this, Virgo. Virgos are pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? Organized. You know, you guys are pretty organized most of the time. Well, you have your own organized system. Let's put it that way. You have your own system that works for you. But I feel like right now, even your own system isn't working for you. So I think it would be a good idea to write down a checklist, like a to-do list. And I'm also hearing hold your own feet to the fire in a way. You know, do something from this list. So when this does finally plateau, and I don't know why I'm saying plateau, because it feels like if you plateau in this energy, you're going to stay in this energy, but that's not what's happening. So I don't know why they're saying plateau. Maybe they just mean even out, balance out. When this finally balances out, you want to have something done. You know, something that you were working on. Have at least one thing done. Because I feel like you're starting to get discouraged, and you're starting to feel you're feeling discouraged, but I also feel like this is going to impact you, or impact your esteem in a way, your self-esteem. Like, if you continue like this, you could start to, I don't want to say self-sabotage, but I guess it is in a way, where you start beating yourself up over what's not completed. And then you start to not complete things even further because, well, you're beating yourself up. I just feel like you feel really distracted. I feel like your own thoughts are distracting you, but I feel like you feel really distracted. So it would be you need to take a break. Whatever it is you're working on, take a break from it. Give yourself a break, but don't be around other people that are going to distract you. I feel like the break that you need is alone time. Alone time to regroup. Go into meditation, sit alone, sit with yourself, because I feel like you're even distracting yourself when you're alone, like watching videos, watching TV, doing something other than focusing on your inner world or whatever it is you need to prioritize. I just feel like you just have a shit ton of distractions. And in order to like kind of reset this energy, I feel like you need to sit alone in quiet, in peace, in nature even, for a few hours. Even fall asleep with no TV on or something. Like, I feel like you need alone time to sit with yourself. But I feel like, even though you need this alone time to sit with yourself, even sitting with yourself, give yourself permission to not dwell on the projects that you're working on. You know, like, you know what would be good for you, Virgo, is getting one of those, like, mandala coloring books, mosaic, whatever, the coloring books, and, you know, get colored pencils, because it kind of forces you to bring your focus onto something completely different than what you've been focusing on. And it's just sort of like a waking, meditative way to sort of reset your energy. That's what I feel like you need. Something creative. Coloring. Arts and crafts. Something. You're never too old to color. Coloring is fun. Yeah, but I think you need something like that to at least get through this. I really feel like this retrograde has a lot to do with what, God, damn, I'm getting tired. I think this retrograde has a lot to do with your energy and your distractions. I do. Your energy's exhausting me. I feel like you feel exhausted. I think you feel exhausted. I'm getting exhausted. I just got super tired in your sign. I think you're experiencing a bit of burnout. You need to take a break. And the universe is like, yeah, we'll sit you down. We'll do it. We'll sit you down. If you don't want to sit down on your own, we'll sit you down. Even if that means like you catch a cold or something like that. The universe has a way of sitting you down when you refuse to sit down. So like you'll get the flu or you'll get sick, you know, because it's kind of forcing you to sit. You need to sit. You need to sit for a little while, Virgo. Wow, Virgo, you made your sign? Oh my goodness, your sign made me incredibly sleepy just now. I really just want to shut my eyes and take a nap. That's crazy. Alright, Virgo, let me get the hell out of your energy. That sucked. I don't want to sleep, but I kind of do now. I just want to sleep. You must be feeling super exhausted. Alright, Virgo. So the signs that are done so far are Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, no, Virgo. Those are the signs that have already been done. Ending, finishing up Virgo now. Virgo. I think you're working towards something new. A new journey. Yeah, you're in the building process of it, the building phase of it, of this new journey, whatever it is you're building. But you're exhausted. Feel really tired. Yep, working. Building. You're really exhausted. You're gonna burn yourself out, Virgo. You know, I'll tell you a saying that my mom used to say a long time ago. You know, when I found myself overwhelmed with something. Oh, damn, Virgo. When I found myself overwhelmed with something, you know, like there was like too many projects to take care of. You know, I'd go to my mom, like, damn, Mom, I don't know what to do. I feel overwhelmed. And one time she told me, she was like, well, Kimberly, how do you eat an elephant? And I was like, what? She said, how do you eat an elephant? I said, I don't know. Cook it? I don't know. She said, one bite at a time. So, same goes for you, Virgo. One step at a time, one bite at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself and burden yourself with responsibilities, because it's not going to, you know, when you nurture a garden, the garden will produce whatever fruits or vegetables or whatever it is you're growing. But if you can't pay attention to this garden as much as you need to, it's not going to be fruitful. It's not going to grow. And I feel like whatever it is you're working on is sort of like your garden. And if you're not tending to your garden, it doesn't matter how much you love this garden. It doesn't matter how much you want to see this garden grow. It can't grow properly if you're not giving it the proper attention. But in order to give it the proper attention, you have to be in a good place, physically, energetically, you know. So you gotta give yourself a break. Step away from whatever it is you're working on. Step away from it for a couple of hours, even a day. Take a whole day to yourself. Even a whole day. Just get away from this stuff for a little while, so you can, excuse me, sort of like recalibrating the energy. Virgo, I'm tired. Leave the baggage at the door. That's the first card that came out. Find your soul tribe. Look at that. Stop obsessing and start impressing. That's what I'm talking about. This is going to take time. Yeah, see, whatever it is you're working on, it's going to take time. But you might, don't be too proud to ask for help. You know, Virgos are very particular in the way that they want things done. It's sort of, you're on the right path, okay? So give yourself a break. But Virgos are really particular in the way that they get things done. Sometimes it can be a little OCD, but they're very particular. You know exactly how they want something, the way they want it done. It's very precise with Virgos. And so sometimes you don't like to bring anybody on your team because you're afraid that they're not going to do something in the way you want them to do it. But I really feel like even if they don't do something the way you want it, I really feel like you could use the extra help anyway. Because even if you have to go back in and correct something that they did, you're just making a correction. You don't have to do all the work all over again because they've already done a lot of it. So don't get frustrated with having to go behind somebody and, you know, course correct them, you know, because there's a lot of work that's already been put in, you know. So, but just, but don't be too proud to ask for help. If you need help, you need help. All right. Virgo, you wore me out. I'm going to take a little nap. Damn, I don't know why I can't make it past all the signs at once. That'd be great if I did, but it doesn't make sense to force myself. I won't get accurate information, and neither will you. So I'm going to take this break that I need, and I'll be back. All right. So we've got the first 6 signs done. Now we need the last 6 done. So we're halfway there. All right, guys. I'll be back. Bye.